Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today we are going to be talking about how you can start mining Bitcoin in an easy and simple way in 2024. So if that all sounds interesting, I do want to make sure to ask you to stick around through the entire video so that you don't miss out on any of the tips, tricks, and most important parts about cryptocurrency mining. If you haven't been paying attention lately, cryptocurrency has been going up in value, and of course, including that and leading the charge is Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently, at the time of recording, is $66,656, up about 3.4% today. Now, a big event in cryptocurrency is coming up. As you can see here, we have about 25 days until the Bitcoin halving here in 2024, which is expected to be in April. Now, this is really important because essentially it means that the block reward of Bitcoin, which is currently 6.25 coins every roughly 10 minutes, is going to drop and get cut in half. So it is going to be twice as hard to get the same amount of Bitcoin, and that's inevitably going to drive the price up. We've seen this over the past halvings. Usually a bull market happens right after, within 6 to 12 months, and right now could be one of the best times to start mining Bitcoin and building your crypto holdings as we prepare for that. So I wanted to make this video to talk about all of the important things to think about when it comes to Bitcoin mining in 2024. Now, of course, you are going to need some fairly decent computer hardware, whether that be GPUs or CPUs. You can go either route with the two services that I'm going to talk about in today's video. But with that being said, whether you're going CPU or GPU, you're going to need to have a fairly updated one, and it needs to be, halfway decent for it to actually be profitable. You can mine with just about every CPU and GPU, but not all of them will be profitable. So it's going to be up to you if you do want to pay that electricity bill out of pocket. But just as an example here, Intel, AMD, both CPUs work really well, and really at a very, very simple level, the more powerful the CPU or GPU, if you go the GPU route, is, the more you're going to make in crypto. So the newer, latest gen, most likely more expensive cards and chips are going to earn you more. That doesn't always mean they are the absolute best bang for your buck, but as a general rule, the more powerful, the newer equipment is going to make more in mining. Now, one thing that you really do need to be careful of when you start cryptocurrency mining, whether it's Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, is managing the heat and keeping everything cool. Now, this is a really important part. I just pulled up some AIOs here, which are all-in-one water coolers for CPUs. You can also get these for GPUs, and water cooling, of course, is not the only way to go about it, but you do need to make sure that you have proper ventilation, proper cooling for your hardware so that you don't damage it. Damaged hardware, gets very expensive, and if you break the, equipment, it's, unfortunate. It can happen, especially if you are running overclocks, and we don't want to see that happen to your equipment. So I always do like to say, please, please, please make sure you have the right cooling and are aware of, how that's going to affect your computer. Now, along the same lines there as cooling and performance, whether you're running your CPU or your GPU for this Bitcoin mining, it's going to slow your computer down. You will not be able to game, video edit, things like that on your computer when you're mining. Now, both services I talk about later in this video are very easy to stop running and just switch over to work or play, whatever you're doing on your computer, and then start up when you're done. But please don't think that this is something you can just set and let it go 24/7 if you also plan to use that computer for other things, because it is going to slow your computer down. That is 100% normal, and if you're looking to mine crypto, that is just how it works. So how can you start mining Bitcoin? Bitcoin's really expensive, you have all your hardware, you want to start making some money. One of the easiest and most well-packaged all-in-one solution is actually called NiceHash. And if I quickly go back to just the main page here, they say world leading hash power marketplace. Now essentially how this works is you download the program, which I have installed here. We'll talk about it in just a minute. And what you do, you make an account, download the program, and start running the mining software. The software is automatically going to run some tests, some benchmarks here on your computer, both for CPU or GPU. You tell it which one or both if you want to use it to mine with CPU and GPU, and it's going to find the most profitable algorithm and coin for you to mine. Now, what's really cool about NiceHash is regardless of what you are mining, what is most profitable for your computer, you are going to get paid out in Bitcoin. So very, very cool. You can enter your hardware in here manually. They've got a great list of all CPUs and GPUs, or at least most of them, which is really cool to see. But they take the guesswork out of it. They will consistently check and see, hey, you know, crypto's evolved. Do you need to adjust your algorithm to be more profitable? And this is really the easiest way to get into it. So once you have this account set up, you can essentially go into your dashboard and come over to the mining tab. At this point, you just come up here and say download the miner, and you'll go ahead and choose either the quick miner or the NiceHash miner. I personally like the NiceHash miner. It's a little more what I'm used to. I've been using it for a while, and that's just what I like. But the quick miner is awesome as well. Once you have that downloaded, and just as a side note, you may get a warning from your antivirus program that says, hey, you know, you're downloading an unverified file, or, you know, this file may harm your PC. You will have to allow it through, and if that's not something you're comfortable with, then please don't do that. Unfortunately, there is no workaround. Both of these services, as well as many others out there, are going to throw that red flag. It is a safe program. I've used it for many, many years. I have it here on my personal computer. I've never had any issues, but I do like to mention that just in case. At this point, all you have to do is go ahead and say start mining. It is that simple. As you can see, it's going to bring up this mining program here. It's going to start doing benchmarks to see what is most profitable for my one GPU and one CPU. It does take a few minutes to get running, so if you don't see anything, you know, right away, hop up and start earning. You can see it's already calculating about 48 cents there, and it's getting started on my GPU here as well. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this as I am recording the video. But you can see it was that quick to start mining, and you're getting paid out in Bitcoin. It gives you an average current profitability and then your unpaid balance. So very, very cool. They do pay out once you meet their threshold on a daily basis. Super, super cool. Now, I do also want to mention one other program for mining Bitcoin. Now, this is actually called Unmineable. Now, if you're not familiar with Unmineable, it's a great site that allows you to earn tons of cryptocurrencies that aren't traditionally mineable. Now, this is essentially the same program as NiceHash, but it does require a little bit more work, but it's also a little bit more customizable at the same time. So what I would recommend is if you're going to use Unmineable, go out to a site called What to Mine. It'll tell you what is most profitable algorithm-wise for your equipment, and then you can come here and choose that algorithm. But in less than 5 minutes, you can start mining here by selecting Get Started with our wizard. We're going to go with the basic mode, and you choose if you're mining CPU or GPU. I'm going to go ahead and use GPU since that's most likely going to be more profitable for just about everyone watching this video. For me, I know the Kapow algorithm is most profitable for my hardware, as is with most graphics cards. So if you have a relatively new graphics card, Kapow is most likely the algorithm you'll want to go with, but do some research in there and just make sure that that is the case. And then, of course, you choose Bitcoin. Enter in your wallet address here, which of course, please double check that your wallet address is correct. If this is incorrect, you won't be able to get paid out. You would have to come in and rebuild this file so that you can continue to mine. At this point, you can say next, and what's really cool here, a lot of times I get questions is, is NiceHash better than Unmineable, or is Unmineable better than NiceHash? what it really comes down to is the fees. NiceHash has a 2% fee for everything you mine. So if you mine 100 Bitcoin, just to keep the numbers easy, you're paying 2 of those Bitcoin to NiceHash. Here on Unmineable, the base fee is 1%, so it's already half of what you get from NiceHash. And if you use my referral code, which is down below, it helps out the channel, and it also helps you out in lowering that 1% fee down to 0.75%. So you're actually earning more crypto in the same amount of time. So the referral code is just Bitcoin-tips with a capital B and a capital T. It's down below with the link to Unmineable if you do decide to go this way. At this point, you can say next or continue without using the referral code. And all you have to do now is download the miner files. I personally like Gminer. It works with both NVIDIA and AMD GPUs. So once you go here, you just download the files from the GitHub. Make sure to extract them, and then you'll download this .bat file, which is essentially the controller for the miner. It has your address, your worker name, and then if you did use that referral code, you can see that it is right there. So super cool. Once you get that file downloaded, you just have to drag and drop it here into the miner folder and double click it to start mining. Here's one of those Windows Defender pop-ups. You do have to go ahead and say more info and run anyway. And just like that, you can see the CMD window pops up and I start mining Bitcoin using the Kapow algorithm. So in less than 10 minutes, we've talked about 2 different ways that you can start mining Bitcoin in 2024. Again, please do some research. Make sure that you do have the correct hardware, the correct cooling, the correct power supplies for everything. Don't want to see any damaged hardware. And as we continue to get closer to this 25-day countdown for the Bitcoin halving, I anticipate we will start to see prices moving up towards all-time highs again and making profitability even higher. So at this point, please make sure to check out the links in the description. There will be both one for NiceHash as well as Unmineable with that referral code to save you on the fees. And if you do run into any issues or have any questions about anything we talked about here in the video, or if you run into issues trying to set up either of these 2 solutions, please feel free to leave a comment on this video. I'm always happy to try and help troubleshoot and get you up and running and earning cryptocurrency. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button, sharing this with your friends and family, and subscribing to Bitcoin Tips to stay up to date on everything cryptocurrency. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.